guys, it's Adele from Let's Get Inky, and today we're getting inky with some mist, some photo paper and some salt. And you might be saying, Adele, WTF are you doing with all of these things? Well, I'm going to make a background that's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous and mottly, and we're going to have a play together. So I'm going to make two of them. I'm going to do one that's in the blue tones and then a pink tones one, just so you can see the different colours. So all you need is a like a kosher salt or a rock salt, just something that's got large salt granules, some mist, and some photo paper, and a glossy photo paper will give you the best look. So these are just some old bits that I had lying around. So let's get inky. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just go crazy with our ink sprays. This one's a bit of a leaker, and we're just going to spray them heavily onto the paper. So, oh, I forgot to tell you, this is Bubblegum Pink Dilutions. This... You're right there, Aaron. Have a big cough. Go on. Have a big cough. Aaron's just choking on biscuits and tea. You right?
Yep.
Okay. This one's Dilutions Funky Fuchsia. It's a bit darker, this one. And I'm doing quite a lot. You can see that ink is just kind of pooling in areas. And this one's Cherry Pie. I'm just going to do this one around the outsides. Alright, so now the fun part. You might think it looks like a mess, but I'm going to get my salt. It's all good. I'll wash that. It's all part of getting messy, isn't it? Now this is very thick, so I'm going to do two types of salt, I think. And, oh, it's very thick. So these are the big ones. Very, very thick. And then I'm going to crack it over the top. And I'm not doing it evenly, I'm just doing it sporadically. Can you guys hear that rooster? Someone in my freaking neighborhood has a rooster now. It's really annoying. I'm actually going to put a little bit more ink around the edges, just so we get a bit of pooling. Oh my god, that rooster. Whew. I love roosters and all, but this one just crows all day long. Alright, so that's the first one. Experiment, and I'll get ready for the blues one. Okay, same technique, this time round two. So I'm going to start with the Campso Teal from Dilutions. Then I'm going to add some Polished Jade. This is a new one, this one for me. Try and blend some of these colours together a little bit. And finally, I'm going to put on some Tim Holtz Distress in Blueprint Sketch, which is one of my favourite colours. Look at how vibrant that is. Beautiful. So I am making the page quite wet, because I find that that's when you get the best results. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sprinkle a few bigger bits and just see, we'll see what the results are of that. Okay, and then I'm going to crack some over the top. Now I did make sure to get a lot of salt in those really wet areas, so that's number 2. And then I thought, just to show you why it's important to use the photo paper, I would just do a quick sample on, this is just American Crafts white cardstock. So I'm just going to do the same thing, just so you can see how the glossiness of the photo paper really helps to make the background so much nicer. And I'll do a bit of the blue at this end. I mean, this still works. It just gives you a very different finish. It's just not as vibrant as the photo paper is. It did dry very quickly just then. Alrighty, so we'll leave these to dry and I'll show you them when they're dry. Okay, so now they're nice and dry and the salt is just sitting on top of them. So I'm going to go over my sink and just use my finger to rub the salt off. It does get a bit messy, so I'll come back when that's done. And now the salt is off and look at the gorgeousness. The blue is my favourite. I'll just show you what the salt has done. So it's made all these beautiful, oh, it looks like frozen ice. It's absolutely gorgeous the way that it's transformed the mist on this gloss photo paper. So that's the blue. And then the pink you can't see as well on screen, but it's also got this fantastic texture to it. So what I'm going to do now is, let me focus that, just to add a little extra something. I think I'm going to experiment with some water, just dripping that over the top and then sopping it up with some paper towel. Because I did use the distress inks, they will react when the water, so I don't know what this is going to do, but you know what, art journaling's always about experimenting. So let's just do a bit of a splatter and see what we get. I do like to go in a bit of a diagonal sometimes. I'll do a big one. Whoa, that was a big one. I'll leave that for a minute and then I'll sop it up with some paper towel. Okay, so I've never tried this technique on gloss photo paper, so it will be interesting to see what happens, if anything happens. It might actually, it's kind of gone like greeny. I don't know if you can see that, but ooh. Okay, so it's not doing what I expected it to do, which is fun. Gotta love those little moments. But I love the look of it. So see, you can see here. It's kind of made these green kind of aqua sections, which is awesome. I really like that. Yay for mistakes. Let's see, you can't really see much on here. I don't know if you can even see that on camera, but there is a little bit of differentiation. Not much though. All right, what else can we do to this? Maybe some stamping. Actually, before that, I've got my hiiiii Swap Colour Shine in teal, and I'm going to do some ink splatters. I'm going to shake this up first because all of the beautiful shine sits at the bottom. So with these, you've got to shake them good. Okay, so I might do some ink splatters now. If I can get that open. Looks really pretty. What about if I sprayed? What would that do? Ooh. Oh, wow. Alright, I'm going to give that a little while to dry and then we'll come back to it. Let's see, what can I do? This one I feel like I want to do some stamping on. I'll grab some stamps. Okay, so I want to do some stamping on here with black, I think, because the pattern is quite pink. I feel like I need a bit of a contrast. So I've pulled out a few different stamp sets that have circle motifs. So this is Amy Tan Draft. I'm going to use these circles, maybe that little one. Chickenitti 365. It's got a nice sketchy circle and this big one here too. Studio Calico Life Love paper. and this Teresa Collins calendar. I want to use that doily. So let's go stamping crazy. Just going to try a little bit of ink splatter just to add a little bit of extra. See what that does. Not a whole lot. Alright, so now I want to bring some white. So I can do a couple of things. I'm thinking I want to do some white acrylic splattering with my toothbrush. So I'm going to mix probably half water, half acrylic paint. I'm watering it down just to make it a little bit easier to splatter. And the acrylic paint that I just use is the Chrome Acryl student grade acrylic. Nothing too special. I'm going to do some big ones. Ooh, big ones. Oh, I quite like that. Let's see if I can do a really big one. I might not even need the toothbrush. Oh, I like that. All right. Gold. Can't go wrong with gold. So this is just my Heidi Swap Colour Shine in gold, and it's basically finished, but if I just spritz, you got to get it at the right angle. I desperately need some more. I wonder if I just put water in here. Oh, there's still some left in there. Oh, here we go. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Oh, now watch me totally stuff this up. No, that's not going to work, Adele. I know. Okay, let's see if I can get something out of this. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'm going to let this one dry for a little while, and then I might go around some of these with some white paint texture. Okay, so this one is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to add a tiny bit of script using my favourite Finalizing scripty stamp. And I'm just going to use some Ranger archival, which is permanent. And I'm not going to use a block because I want it to be quite random, not very blocky. So just a little bit here, a little bit there. Just to give the background a bit of extra depth. One more just there. Oh, wrong way. And you know when you look at a page for too long and you really don't know what to do with it now? Oh, some of these, a little arrowy thing. Quite like those. And over here, maybe just one, a couple down here. Oh, I like that now. All right, now we're going somewhere. I think this one's almost done because I think all it needs is just a nice little quote or something. So I'm going to put this to the side now to dry completely. If you would like to see me use this in a future art journal page, let me know. It's got a nice, really nice shimmer to it because it is on that glossy photo paper, and it's got that hiiiii swat colour shine on it as well. So that's the blue. Me likey. It looks like a kind of like a, not an opal, but some sort of gemstone. Just this looks like snowflakey. It's really interesting how the salt, and you'll never get the same look twice. That's annoying me. Let's see if we can fix that up. So it's not as noticeable. There we go. Yeah, it's really gemstoney and different. I haven't done something like this before, but salt, it can be your best friend, and no two will be the same. Experiment with how much, like your ratio of liquid to salt. Try fine salt. Fine salt does give a beautiful result as well. Try the coarse salt. Just have an experiment. Have a salt page in your art journal. Just go crazy. So that's the blue. Okay, so this is still very, very wet, but what I did is I went with some white nail polish that I don't want anymore, and I put a couple of dots because the acrylic paint, the mist starts to react with the acrylic paint and starts to go a bit of a pinky colour, whereas with the nail polish it just stays pure white. So next time you're at a cheapy shop, stock up on a couple of nail polishes because it's quite fun. I think I'm going to write love in a nice cursive font, or play. Love or play? I really don't know. And here is the pink page all finished. So I'm really happy with how it worked out, and I love this nail polish, love. I've got the shakiest hand right now, so I don't know how that worked out, but it did. So you can really see it's still wet, but if you look carefully, I'll try not to shake too much, you can really see the difference between the nail polish spots and, oh, I just stopped at that one, but it was wrinkly, so it was really annoying me, as is that one. I heat gun things, and it really, I got too close, all right? I got too eager. But you can really tell the difference between these. So these light pink spots are actually the acrylic paint. So you can see those lighter pink ones, that's what happens. Whereas the really bright white ones are the nail polish. So I highly recommend picking up some nail polish. You can get them for, you know, $2. So I've got a gold, a white, and a black, I think, that I use for my mixed media, but I might look into getting a few other colours too. So that's the finished product. So what I'm going to do is, you could do a couple of things. You could do like I've done and make an entire page out of it and then stick this directly into your art journal. You could cut it up and use it for layering. This is the piece, hang on, I've got one more thing to show you. So this is the piece that I did with the American Crafts cardstock, and it worked out better than I thought. I've seen an example with American Crafts and it was really muted, like the cardboard like sucked the colour in. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to get my punch. So I'm just going to grab my circle punch and punch some of these out for a later project. Oh my goodness. That's what happens when you punch on camera. You broke your punch. Hang on, let me go fix this situation up. Okay, so we're just going to leave that punch jammed onto there just for a little while. Tried pulling it off, but it's just not agreeing with me. So Aaron, my husband, can have a go at that when he gets home. A little project for him. Oh, he's going to love it. Anyway, you can punch shapes out of these and use these. Look at how gorgeous that looks as layering for a future page. Ooh, so I'm going to cut out a bunch of circles from here. Sorry, my battery died. Everything's not working. The punch isn't working. The camera's not working. At least this page has come together all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out a whole heap of circles here and put them into a little baggie in my box of papery goodies for my next art journal or a future art journal page. And I'll definitely let you know how that goes. So thanks for watching, guys, and have fun with salt. Just experiment, go crazy. Every result is different. I want to try this with some different colours, so maybe doing pink, yellow and blue mist on the same page and see what that's like. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!